Let me explain something very simple, but very important. Your blood vessels are not just tubes in your body. They are alive, flexible, and constantly adjusting to help your blood move smoothly. When you are young, these vessels are soft and elastic, almost like a fresh rubber pipe. They expand easily, they relax easily, and your blood flows without much effort. Your heart doesn't have to struggle. Everything works quietly in the background. Size. But over time, things begin to change. Pause. As the years go by, your blood vessels slowly start to lose that softness. They don't stretch the way they used to. Instead of being flexible, they become a bit stiff, a bit narrow. Now imagine trying to push water through a pipe that has become tight and hard. The flow becomes slower, and pressure starts to build. That's exactly what happens inside your body. Exhales. And this change doesn't happen overnight. It's slow, so slow that most people don't even notice it happening. One of the biggest reasons for this is what we eat every day. Foods that are high in unhealthy fats, processed oils, and too much sugar can slowly start to damage the inner lining of your blood vessels. Over time, small deposits begin to stick to the walls. You can think of it like dirt building up inside a pipe. At first, it's nothing serious, but slowly, layer by layer, it starts to reduce the space where blood can flow. Then comes another factor: lack of movement. When your body is not active, your blood circulation slows down. Movement helps your vessels stay flexible. Walking, even light activity, keeps them alive and responsive. But when you sit for long hours, day after day, your vessels don't get that natural stimulation. They begin to lose their ability to open and close properly. Stress also plays a quiet but powerful role. When you are stressed, your body releases certain signals that make your blood vessels tighten. This is useful in short moments, like when you need to react quickly. But when stress becomes a daily habit, your vessels stay in that tight state for longer periods. Over time, this constant tightening becomes normal for your body, and that's where the problem begins. Now combine all of this: poor diet, low activity, constant stress, and you start to see the full picture. Your blood vessels are no longer relaxed pathways. They become narrow, stiff, and less responsive. And when that happens, your heart has to push harder to move blood through them. This increased effort raises your blood pressure. Your heart works more than it should. And slowly, this extra strain starts affecting your overall health. You might start noticing small signs. Maybe you feel tired more often, even without doing much. Maybe your hands and feet feel cold. Maybe you feel a slight heaviness in your chest sometimes, or you get out of breath more quickly than before. These are not random signs. These are signals from your body telling you that your blood flow is not as smooth as it should be. But here's the important part: this process is not permanent. Your body has an amazing ability to repair and improve itself, especially when you give it the right support. Blood vessels can regain some of their flexibility. They can relax again. They can open up better. But for that to happen, you need to understand what caused the problem in the first place. Because once you understand the cause, the solution becomes much clearer. And that's exactly why small, natural changes, like adding the right kind of foods, especially certain tiny seeds we'll talk about next, can make a real difference inside your body. It all starts with understanding what's happening within you. Now, here's something that surprises most people. The solution to supporting your blood vessels may not come from something expensive or complicated. In fact, it's often sitting quietly in your kitchen, ignored, underestimated, and overlooked every single day. I'm talking about tiny seeds. Yes, something so small that you might not even think twice before brushing it aside. But inside these small seeds is a powerful combination of natural nutrients that your body understands very well. These are not artificial substances. These are real, simple foods that your body has been designed to use. Take seeds like flaxseed and chia seeds. People often see them as just something to sprinkle on food or add to a drink. But what they carry inside is far more important than how they look. These seeds are packed with healthy fats, especially the kind that support your heart. They also contain fiber, which helps clean and support your system from the inside. And most importantly, they are rich in natural plant compounds that help your blood vessels behave the way they should. Now think about this for a moment. Earlier, we talked about how your blood vessels become stiff and narrow over time. What your body needs is something that helps them relax again, something that supports their natural flexibility. And that's where these tiny seeds come in. They work quietly. They don't force your body. They support it. When you consume them regularly, they begin to provide your body with the building blocks it needs to repair and maintain your blood vessels. It's not magic and it's not instant, but it is consistent, and that's what makes the difference. Another thing people don't realize is how easy they are to include in daily life. You don't need to change everything. You don't need a strict routine. These seeds can fit into your day without any stress. You can mix them into water, sprinkle them on yogurt, add them to your roti dough, or even blend them into a simple drink. Small changes like this, when done daily, slowly begin to support your body from within. And here's something even more important. Your body actually responds well to natural foods like these. Unlike heavy medications or complicated treatments, these seeds work in harmony with your system. They don't shock your body. They gently guide it back toward balance. But the reason most people never benefit from them is very simple. They underestimate them. We tend to believe that only big solutions bring big results. We think if something is small, it can't really make a difference. But when it comes to your health, especially something as sensitive as your blood vessels, small and consistent is often more powerful than big and temporary. Imagine giving your body a small dose of support every single day, day after day, week after week. Over time, that builds up. Your system starts to respond. Your blood vessels begin to function better. Your circulation improves. And all of this starts from something as simple as a tiny seed. This is not about adding one more thing to your routine. It's about understanding that sometimes the simplest things carry the greatest value. Because when you give your body what it truly needs, even in small amounts, it begins to take care of you in ways you can actually feel. And this is where the real change begins. Now let's go a little deeper and understand what's really happening inside your body when you start taking these tiny seeds regularly. Because once you understand this part, everything starts to make sense. Inside your body, there is a natural system designed to keep your blood vessels relaxed and open. It's not something you have to create. It's already there. Your body produces a special substance that signals your blood vessels to widen, to loosen up, and to allow blood to pass through smoothly. This is one of the most important processes for healthy circulation. This process is known as nitric oxide. You don't need to remember the name, just understand what it does. It tells your blood vessels, relax, open up, let the blood flow easily. When this signal is strong and active, your vessels stay flexible. Your blood pressure stays more balanced. Your heart doesn't have to struggle. But here's the problem. As we get older, or when our lifestyle is not supportive, poor diet, low movement, constant stress, your body starts producing less of this substance. And even when it does produce it, your blood vessels don't respond the same way. It's like the signal becomes weaker and the response becomes slower, so your vessels stay tighter than they should. Now, this is exactly where those tiny seeds begin to help. Seeds like flaxseed and chia seeds contain natural compounds that support your body in boosting this process. They don't directly force your vessels to open. Instead, they help your body do its own job better. Think of it like this. Your body already knows how to relax your blood vessels. It just needs the right support to do it properly. These seeds provide that support. They are rich in healthy fats that reduce irritation inside your blood vessels. When there is less irritation, your vessels respond better to the signals they receive. They also contain natural antioxidants, which help protect the inner lining of your vessels from damage. This lining is very important because it's where that relaxation signal works. When this inner lining is healthy, everything flows better. So what happens when you start giving your body these nutrients regularly? Slowly, your system begins to adjust. Your body becomes better at producing that relaxing signal. Your blood vessels begin to respond more easily. They start to open up a little more, stretch a little better, and allow blood to move without resistance. And when that happens, you feel the difference. Your blood pressure may begin to settle. Your heart doesn't need to push as hard. Your circulation improves. Oxygen and nutrients reach different parts of your body more efficiently. But remember, this is not something you feel in one day. This is a gradual shift. It happens quietly, inside your body, without noise, without sudden changes. That's why many people miss it. They expect a quick result, and when they don't feel it immediately, they stop. But the real benefit comes with consistency. Every time you take these seeds, you are giving your body a small push in the right direction. You are helping it restore a natural function that may have slowed down over time. Day by day, this adds up. And there's another important point. These seeds don't just work in one way. While they are supporting your blood vessels to relax, they are also helping clean up your system. The fiber they contain supports better digestion. The healthy fats support your heart. Everything works together. So instead of focusing on one single benefit, understand that this is a complete support system for your body. You are not forcing change. You are allowing your body to return to a healthier state. And that's the beauty of it. Because when your blood vessels begin to open naturally again, when your circulation improves without pressure, without strain, that's when real, lasting health begins from within. Now let's talk about something most people are really waiting for. What changes you might actually feel when your blood starts flowing better. Because at the end of the day, you don't just want to understand what's happening inside your body. You want to feel the difference in your daily life. And the interesting part is, the changes are often simple, not dramatic, not sudden, but very real. One of the first things many people notice is a shift in their energy. You may not wake up one day feeling completely different, but slowly you start feeling less tired. That heavy, sluggish feeling that used to stay with you throughout the day begins to ease. This happens because your body is finally getting a better supply of oxygen and nutrients. When blood flows smoothly, every cell in your body gets what it needs more easily. Then there's your focus. Have you ever felt like your mind is just not as sharp as it used to be? Like you forget small things or struggle to concentrate? That can often be linked to poor circulation as well. Your brain depends heavily on steady blood flow. When that improves, many people begin to feel more clear-headed. Thoughts become a bit more organized, and mental fatigue starts to reduce. Another change you might notice is in your chest. Some people describe a feeling of tightness or heaviness, especially when they walk or climb stairs. When your blood vessels are narrow, your heart has to work harder, and that can create discomfort. But as your circulation improves and your vessels begin to relax, that pressure starts to ease. You may find yourself moving more freely with less discomfort than before. Now let's talk about something very common, your hands and feet. If you often feel that your hands are cold or your feet don't warm up easily, that's usually a sign of reduced blood flow to those areas. Your body always prioritizes vital organs first, so when circulation is not ideal, the outer parts of your body feel it the most. But when your blood vessels start opening up better, blood reaches these areas more easily. Over time, you may notice your hands and feet feeling warmer, more alive. Sleep is another area where people often feel a difference. When your body is under constant strain, when your heart is working harder than it should, when your vessels are tight, it becomes harder for your system to fully relax. That can affect your sleep without you even realizing it. But as your circulation improves, your body begins to settle down more easily at night. You may find yourself falling asleep faster or waking up feeling slightly more refreshed. And then there's your overall sense of comfort. This is something people don't always expect, but they feel it. A kind of lightness in the body, less pressure, less tension. It's not one specific symptom. It's more like your body starts working with you instead of against you. Simple activities don't feel as draining. You don't feel as restricted. But here's something very important to understand. These benefits don't come from doing something once or twice. They come from consistency, from giving your body steady support day after day. The changes are subtle at first, but they build over time, and everyone's experience can be slightly different. Some people notice energy first. Others feel changes in their sleep. Some feel it in their breathing or movement. The body responds in its own way, depending on what it needs the most. So instead of waiting for one big sign, pay attention to small improvements. Those small changes are actually your body telling you that things are moving in the right direction. Because when your blood starts flowing the way it's supposed to, your entire system begins to function better. And that's when you truly start to feel the difference. Now, here's where many people make a small mistake. They hear about something healthy, They start using it for a few days and then they stop because they don't see instant results. Or they use it in a way that doesn't really allow the body to benefit fully. And that's why understanding the right way matters just as much as knowing what to use. Let's keep this very simple. When it comes to these tiny seeds like flaxseed and chia seeds, the goal is not to take a large amount. More is not better here. Your body works best with small, steady support. A small amount every day is far more powerful than taking a large amount once in a while. Now, the first thing you need to understand is how your body absorbs nutrients. If you eat these seeds whole, especially flaxseed, a big portion may pass through your system without being fully absorbed. Your body simply cannot break it down properly in that form, so you miss out on the benefits. That's why preparation matters. For flaxseed, it's much better to grind it before using it. Once it's ground, your body can easily take in the healthy fats and nutrients inside. You don't need anything complicated. Just a simple grinder at home can do the job. You can grind a small batch and keep it for a few days. For chia seeds, soaking works very well. When you soak them in water for some time, they form a soft gel-like texture. This makes them easier to digest and helps your body absorb them more smoothly. It also feels lighter on your stomach. Now let's talk about timing. There's no strict rule, and that's the good part. You don't need to stress about exact timing. You can take them in the morning, mix them into your breakfast, or even have them later in the day. What matters more is that you stay consistent. Many people find it easy to add them into simple daily foods. You can mix ground flaxseed into yogurt, sprinkle it over your meal, or even blend it into a smoothie. Chia seeds can be added to water, milk, or even a simple glass of lemon water. These are small changes that don't disturb your routine, but quietly support your body. Another important point is to keep it balanced. Stick to a small amount. About 1 to 2 teaspoons a day is enough for most people. You don't need more than that. Taking too much can actually make your digestion uncomfortable, and that's not the goal. The goal is gentle, steady improvement. And don't forget water. When you increase fiber intake, your body needs enough water to handle it properly. Drinking enough water helps everything move smoothly inside your system. It also supports better circulation overall. Now, here's something that many people overlook: patience. Your body didn't develop these issues overnight, so it won't fix them overnight either. Give it time, give it consistency. Let these small daily habits build up. Think of it like this: every day you are placing a small brick. One brick may not look like much, but over time, those bricks build something strong. The same thing is happening inside your body. Each day you take these seeds in the right way, you are supporting your blood vessels, your heart, and your overall system. And the beauty of this approach is that it doesn't feel like a burden. You are not forcing yourself into a strict routine. You are simply adding a small, natural habit that fits into your life, something you can continue without stress. Because at the end of the day, the best method is not the one that is complicated. It's the one you can follow every single day without thinking twice. And when you do that, that's when the real change begins to happen quietly inside you. Now, let's bring everything together in the simplest way possible, because at this point, you already understand what's happening inside your body. You know how these tiny seeds support your blood vessels, and you've seen how small changes can lead to real improvements. But the real power doesn't come from knowing, it comes from what you do every single day. This is where a simple daily habit becomes something much bigger. Most people think they need a big plan to protect their heart. They think it requires strict diets, heavy routines, or complicated steps. But in reality, your body responds best to small, steady actions that you can repeat without stress. And that's exactly what we're building here. When you take something as simple as flaxseed or chia seeds every day in the right way, you are not just adding a food item, you are creating a signal to your body that you are supporting it, that you are giving it what it needs to function better. Now combine that with a few basic habits. Think about walking. You don't need intense exercise, just regular, light movement. A simple walk every day helps your blood vessels stay active. It encourages them to open and close naturally. It improves your circulation without putting pressure on your system. Even 15 to 20 minutes can make a difference when done consistently. Then there's water. Your blood is not just cells, it's also fluid. When your body is dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and it doesn't flow as smoothly. Drinking enough water keeps everything moving easily. It supports your circulation in a very basic but powerful way. Now add one more thing: clean, simple eating. This doesn't mean giving up everything you enjoy. It just means reducing the things that harm your blood vessels over time. Less processed food, less excess oil, less sugar. When you lower these, your body has a better chance to repair itself. So now look at what you've created. A small amount of seeds that support your vessels from the inside, a bit of daily movement that keeps your circulation active, enough water to keep your blood flowing smoothly, and simple eating that reduces damage. Individually, these may look small, but together they form a powerful routine. And the best part is, this routine doesn't feel heavy. You're not forcing yourself into something difficult. You're not depending on quick fixes. You are simply aligning your daily habits with what your body naturally needs. That's why this approach works in the long run. Because the truth is, your body is always trying to protect you. Even when your blood vessels become stiff, even when your circulation slows down, your body is still working to keep things balanced. It just needs support. And when you give it that support consistently, it starts responding, slowly, quietly, but surely. Your blood vessels begin to relax more easily. Your circulation improves. Your heart doesn't have to push as hard. And over time, this reduces the overall strain on your system. This is not about chasing a result for a few days. This is about creating a way of living that keeps your body in a better state for years to come. A simple, natural approach that you can follow without stress, without confusion, and without giving up on it halfway. Because the strongest protection for your heart doesn't come from something extreme. It comes from small daily choices that you stick with. And when you stay consistent with these small habits, that's when your body begins to reward you in the most powerful way, by keeping your heart strong and your blood flowing the way it was always meant to.